Welcome everyone. In today's video, we're not just going to talk about English. We're going to transform the way you speak it. We're going to fix something no one ever told you about. And by the end of this video, I promise you'll look in the mirror and say, yes, now I can speak. I finally understand how to train my mouth to talk.
Subscribe to our channel because this video may become the most important turning point in your English journey. Let me ask you something simple. How many videos have you watched about English? How many grammar rules have you learned? How many hours have you listened silently? But when it's time to speak, your lips freeze, your tongue shakes, your voice disappears, your brain goes blank. Not because you're stupid, not because your English is bad, but because your mouth is untrained. Yes, that's the truth nobody told you. You're not learning to move your mouth like an English speaker. You're reading, watching, listening, but you're not training your speaking muscles. That's why nothing changes. That's why you stay stuck. That's why your confidence dies when you open your mouth. Let me say something very clearly. English is not just in your head. It's in your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your sound flow. And until you train those, you'll always feel like something is missing. But today, that ends. Because this video is going to be different.
This is not some boring grammar lesson. Not another list of phrases. Not another YouTuber saying, repeat after me. This is a journey where you're going to break your fear, wake up your mouth, and build real spoken English fluency, starting from zero. And no, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need an accent. You don't need expensive courses. All you need is 5 minutes a day, the right method, and the courage to sound like a beginner so you can become a fluent speaker. This is the video I wish someone gave me years ago. This is the truth your English teacher never told you. And this is your moment to stop just learning English and start speaking it like it's your first language. So, let's begin. Part 1. The shocking truth nobody told you. Let's start with something powerful, something that might hurt a little, but will set you free. Your mouth doesn't know how to move like an English speaker. Read that again. It's not your grammar. It's not your vocabulary. It's not your memory. It's your mouth. You've been training your brain, but not your mouth muscles. And that's why when you try to speak English, you sound slow, broken, nervous, or unnatural. Because English is a physical language. It has a different rhythm, a different shape, a different set of sounds. It's not just what you say, it's how your mouth produces those words. Let's compare it to fitness. Imagine reading 100 books about push-ups. You understand the form. You know the technique. You can explain it to others. But you never actually did a push-up. What happens when you try? You collapse because your muscles are weak. That's exactly what happens with English speaking. You know the words, but your mouth hasn't been trained to move fast, smooth, and confidently. Your tongue, your lips, your jaw, they're lazy. They're used to your native language. They don't know how to handle English speed, stress, and sound patterns. And when your mouth is untrained, no matter how many lessons you watch, no matter how many books you read, you'll always freeze when it's time to speak. That's why you say, I understand everything, but I can't speak. Because you're missing the one thing nobody talks about. Speaking is not only mental, it's also muscular. Now, here's the truth. In your native language, you've repeated every sound thousands of times since childhood. That's why your mouth moves fast and confidently. But in English, you've never trained your mouth to say throve, soft T, silent letters, linking sounds, rising, falling tones. You skip them, you mumble them,
you feel awkward saying them. So your speech becomes broken. And that's what destroys your confidence. But here's the good news. You can change this. You can train your mouth. You can build speaking muscles just like you build muscles in the gym. And the best part? You don't need hours. You don't need perfection. You don't need to sound like a native. You just need to practice the right way, with focus and consistency. Part 2. The daily 5-minute mouth training routine. Let me start with one bold promise. If you do what I'm about to show you for just 5 minutes a day, every single day for the next 30 days, your English will sound different. Not just in your mind, but in your mouth, your confidence, your conversations, your career, your life. Because now, we're going to train your mouth like a muscle, not like a memory. Let's begin. You might think, just 5 minutes? That's too little. But here's the truth. It's not about how long you practice. It's about how you practice. Your goal isn't to become fluent overnight. You